Good morning, friends. Good morning, yogis. If it is your first time in this space, I welcome you to Yoga with Marycarmen. If you have been coming for a while, you know who you are. I welcome you again. Today is Saturday and it's a beautiful day. So I appreciate the opportunity that you're giving me to be in your home and offering you some of this knowledge. Today, it's a very special day. We are working on knees. Yes, so I'm going to give you a little bit of time, if you haven't already, uh, to grab something like this. I need you to grab a blanket or a very thick towel. So go ahead and take some time right now to go grab that, and because you're going to need that. If you have blocks, great, but the blanket, you're going to need it for sure. While I talk a little bit more about the rest of the stuff. So go ahead and grab your blanket now. Um, if you haven't already, remember to subscribe to this channel. This is how you support these free yoga videos coming to you. And also, I want to mention that I have an Instagram account. It's the same as this account, Yoga with Marycarmen. So I would love to hear from you. Find me there. And if you have any questions, send them to me. Connect with me. You know, we're still in lockdown over here. So I love to have some social interaction on social media. So please let me know what you think about what I'm doing, the work that I'm doing, what else you would like to see. And I'm listening. I'm listening to you guys. So, are you ready? Did you grab your blanket? Let's get started. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, let's go ahead and sit down. If you have those blocks, great. If you don't have blocks, remember you can always use pillows or something that looks like a block, some really thick books, whatever. Go ahead and sit down on your yoga mat and just cross the legs. And I'm going to pretend that I don't have that much flexibility on my knees or on my legs in general. So I'm going to place those blocks under my knees like this so you can see an option that you can do when you are doing these practices with me anytime, especially when you're in a yoga practice with other people and they ask you to sit on your, in the cross seated position, and become aware that your limitations on your flexibility are not the limitations forever, okay? So you can work into getting more flexible. What I'm saying is be comfortable with using your props. Now go ahead and relax the shoulders, sitting tall. You can place your hands on your knees and start offering already some love, some care, or just place your hands wherever it feels right for you. And then find your spine tall. You can close the eyes here. You see me closing the eyes already because I'm already trying to go inward into my practice. Same for you. Connect with your breath, connect with your body. Notice where you are. So, this practice is especially for those people that have knee pain, not necessarily a knee injury or recovering from a knee surgery. That's not what this practice is about. This practice is about knee pain relief. As always, you need to be mindful of what's really happening in your body. So if you need to consult with your doctor before you do this, please do. Common sense. Listen to your body. And then from here, inhale. And exhale. Keeping the spine tall, connecting with your body, with your breath. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Whatever is going to happen later today, whatever happened earlier this morning or during the week, doesn't matter. Stay here. Inhale. And exhale. Relax the legs even more. One more time. Inhale. Lengthen through the spine. And exhale. Send a lot of intentional love, energy, positivity to those knees. Doesn't matter if you suffer from them or if you don't have any knee problems. But even those of you that don't have any knee problems can benefit from this practice. Trust me. Now open the eyes and then remove the blocks if it is available to you. And then go ahead and go into one side of your yoga mat. Go ahead and roll up that blanket or that towel that you got and place it under your knees and start feeling the comfort of being supported. Okay, this practice is going to move very slowly, very mindful. And again, just really creating that connection and awareness with our knees. So a lot of times we hurt on our knees because we are not being mindful of how we are walking, we're standing, perhaps we're hyperextending or locking on our legs. Trust me, it happens to me a lot when I'm in the kitchen baking. If you know me, I'm a baker as well, so I am always in the kitchen doing something, and I have caught myself locking on my knees. And then the awareness comes in. Oh, I need to be more mindful of this. And also, it could be other problems are affecting how we're walking. So perhaps you have some foot injuries, or your feet is doing something interesting. Maybe you have a pimple under your foot. That's happening to me right now, by the way. So you walk differently. Maybe it is your hips. Perhaps other things in your body are affecting the way you're standing, the way you're walking. So be mindful of that as well. Fix that issue, then your knees can act better. They can be better, right? We don't want to overcompensate on the knees. Sometimes that's what they're doing. They're just filling in the lack of other muscles they're supposed to be used, and therefore we're putting a lot of stress on them. So go ahead and start feeling the knees rested on your pillow or on your blanket. You can use a pillow, by the way, here. And then bring the hands behind. And if you have really short arms like me, you can use that block or blocks and just prop yourself a little higher. I wish my blocks were a little less. There's so many different kinds of blocks out there. But anyways, just go to where your spine is tall. Lengthen, inhale. So you see I'm prop up a little bit on my back, but I'm not just letting my shoulders go forward. I want to open up. So I'm going to use the block, see how I feel. And then start with the foundation of your body, right? Your feet. We're going to flex on those feet. And I want you to notice the muscles are being activated as you do that. Now point and notice all the muscles being involved. Flex, they really, really flex. And notice the back of the leg, the back of your heel, your ankle is all activated, right? And then when you point, all the muscles on the front start getting awake. And again, inhale. Exhale. Always working with the breath. Inhale. Those knees, they work really hard for us. One of the major joints in our bodies. Inhale. Flex and point. Exhale. Nice. Now let's do in and out. So let's see if we can bring both toes in and then out. I know this starts looking like very simple, right? But what I want you to start thinking is what muscles are activated when I do this very simple rotation of in and out. Now let's take one leg at a time. So place those legs firm. Not firm, just straight, rested. And then let's do the right foot only. Just move it in and move it out. Can you notice your glute starts to get active? It starts to trying to help. So go see if you can do this without having the glute get involved. So really put your mind into that knee moving in and out. Now let's do the other one. So you have another opportunity here to create awareness. You know, it might not be easy depending on what's happening in your life. You have a lot going on, a lot of stress or thinking. Some things are about to happen. Maybe you need to make some changes in your life. And that's what's keeping your mind busy. So again, take this time to become aware of your knees only. Everything else can wait. Okay, now back to center. Now from here, I'm going to now lift the right leg, just lifting and flexing. And then with that foot flex, move it down. Again, lift and flex. Or leave it flex, but just lift and then lower. Lift. I'm not lifting it off my mat, of my little roll-up blanket. I'm just lifting it off the mat and trying to bring it as straight as I can, and then the thigh muscles get really engaged. So what I said earlier, reinforcing the muscles around the knee is what we're trying to do here to help that knee pain alleviate. Even if you don't have knee pain, this is a very good practice. Go up and down one more time to prevent knee issues. Good. Now let's go to the other leg. Flex and lift and lower, but keep that connection of the back of the knee with the blanket. Lower and lift and lower. When you lift again, notice the thigh muscles, the front muscles really engage. Lower. One more time. Lift and lower. Nice. Now both feet at the same time. Let's see if we can do circular movements on those ankles to one side. Just creating some freedom there. Yes, it is crazy to think that for your knees, you have so many other areas that you need to stretch and reinforce, like your feet, your ankle, your thighs, even your hip flexors. Now let's go to the other side. Your hip flexors. Everything is somehow connected, even though some of these hip muscles don't cross the knee muscles. It is all interconnected, and it helps to keep all of those joints, all of those areas nice and fluid and active. Okay, back to center. Now from here we're going to just place the feet down, scoot up to your roll-up blanket, get it away from you or to the side. Don't put it too far away. I'm going to remove the blocks from here because I'm not going to use those. If you want to place that blanket under your head, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and roll back onto your mat. So if you want to place that blanket on your neck, go ahead and do that. It feels good or not, whatever you want. And just take a moment here to notice how you feel. Just laying on your back. Your knees are bent. But then I want you to think of your feet placed on the mat. Feel your feet on the mat, the awareness that they are creating here. And go ahead and let's start with the right one. Grab behind your leg. Go ahead and place your index finger right behind where the knee bends. And just nicely, gently hold that back of your leg and let that leg fall back. Inhale. Lift. You don't want to keep this straight. You just want to lift it to where you feel like, okay, I'm good here. And exhale. Just let that leg fall back. So for some of you, this might be really difficult to do if you're experiencing some knee pain. So go ahead and go to the level to where your body allows you to go. So even if you look something like this, you're not letting that leg go all the way down. Be patient with your body. You're building strength and it takes time. So up and down. Nice. Now, can you bring that knee a little bit closer towards your chest without putting too much strength on your glute muscles? So you're really just bringing the knee, the leg in. Nice. See if you can let that leg go a little bit lower. So relax the bottom of your leg. If this is painful, please elevate and leave it to where you're not experiencing pain. Now from here, we're going to just let the leg straight up. But we're not going to straighten the whole leg. We're just going to leave it soft. Flex the foot. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to send that leg down, activating the hip flexors here, and then up. So the knee is not locked. As you can see, I have a tiny little bend of my leg, but my foot is flexed, creating that tension on the back of the leg or that lengthening the back of the leg. And I'm just really using my hip flexors, my abdominal muscles to go up and down. Your hands can be on the side and really focus on this very simple movement of the leg going up and down. Let's do one more like this. Up and down. Now keep it elevated about 2 inches from the floor and just point your foot. Just point it. Nice. Now let's go up again with that foot pointing and down. Only doing 4 of these. That was 1. Up and down. Exhale using your breath. Create awareness around the muscles of your knee. Inhale. Exhale. But we're not using the knee right now. Nope. We are using all the muscles that are surrounding the knee. We're creating some strength there. And down. 1 more. Up. Nice. And down. Very nice. Now from here, bend that knee. Place a foot down next to the other. Let's do the other side. So bring that foot in or that knee into your chest. Remember, index fingers, they're going to just be placed right behind where that knee bends. And then just grab your entire leg as if you're holding a gigantic ball, I don't know, something. And then let that foot or that bottom part of your leg fall down and then lift. We're not flexing the foot here. We're just going up and down. In and lower. There's so much going on our knee muscles, on our knee joints. That's why I'm so quiet today, creating some awareness, allowing you to create some awareness. Really connect with those tissues going through there. Okay, so now just let that leg fall and see if you can just let gravity help you to go a little bit deeper. If you're experiencing pain, remember to lift a little bit more to where you don't feel the pain. But if you're really good today and your knee is allowing you to go deep on this, just allow gravity to do it. Nice. And then from here, let's lift. Nice. Flex the foot. Remember to keep that knee soft. It's a nice bend, but flex the foot. And then we're going to send the leg all the way down. Now activating the hip flexors on that other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, flexing the foot. Lower down. Your glute muscles start getting involved. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can soften that a little bit and really let that leg or the hip flexors do the work. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. I think we have 1 more like this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly lower, about 2 inches from the floor. And then point that toe. And now we're going to lift again. Inhale, lift. But your leg doesn't have to be straight. It's a tiny little bend there. You never want to lock on that leg. Exhale, lower, especially if you're experiencing knee pain. Inhale, lift. Notice how soft my knee is. Exhale, lower. I know that with pointing toes, there's a tendency to want to get that leg super straight, right? Like a ballerina. It looks beautiful, right? But this is not about looks. This is about really working on the muscles and being mindful of your body. So functionality. 1 more, up and down. Nice, beautiful. And then from here, just place that foot next to the other one. Great. I want you to go ahead and grab both knees and give yourself a hug. You're just going side to side. Okay, if this is not possible for you, if you have any scoliosis or back issues, please pay attention to your body. Don't rock side to side. Then probably you just hold it here. Now we're going into our blissful baby, half blissful baby. We're going to do 1 leg at a time. So place the leg that you just had active down and see if you can just let it fall towards the side. The other leg, we're going to place the bottom of the leg up, so where the ankle is on top of the knee. Okay, so you're going to bring that thigh towards your chest. See if you can grab your toe or your ankle or the bottom of your feet, wherever you can reach, and then start just allowing that ankle to be on top of the knee, and we're just moving that thigh a little bit closer towards our side of the body, almost as if you're trying to bring your knee into your armpit. I like to flex my foot because, by the way, when you're flexing your foot, you're transferring some of that energy onto the muscles under your knee. It creates more stability. That other leg can be just rested like this, or you can just extend it a little bit, however it feels right for you, that other leg. But we're focused on this, that leg that's bent and that's up to the sky. We're going to be here for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Hip muscles are being active. The inner thigh here is also being active. Inhale. Exhale. One more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Release that leg. Let's place it down. So we're going to start. Actually, go ahead and let's do that figure 4 before I forget. So go ahead and place that foot that you had up on top of that other leg. Okay, so that knee goes up. And make sure that the knee is looking up, not to the side. Now let's grab the hands and go through and grab the other leg in. Now we're flexing the outside of the thighs, the glute area, or we're not flexing, we're stretching. Bring that foot towards you or that leg towards you as much as you can. See if you can press that knee that's bent a little bit away from you. Inhale. I like to use my elbow, my inside elbow, to help it out. And like I told you, I like to flex my foot to feel more of this stretch. Now you're welcome to stay here or elevate that leg if you want. Or if you really want to work on those knees, that other knee, bend it and grab in front of your chin and bring it in a little bit more. Again, if this is too much, you're creating too much of a stretch on that kneecap, then go ahead and leave it like this. Listen to your body. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, notice what's going to happen. Let that bottom leg just hang, and this entire system is going to go towards your side, all the way to the side. But place that foot. This is where you might use a block or a book or something. If you don't have the flexibility to come all the way down, don't let that knee drop into your chest. The knee needs to be pointing up, the foot planted on the block or on the floor if you have this flexibility. So allow that entire hip joint, the hip, to just rotate to the side. Adopt a position that feels good for you as your chest continues to look up to the sky. So again, that block can be here supporting you or not, and really creating a lot of stretch on that outside part of your leg, glute area and everything. So your hands are at a T, or if you have the flexibility and want to try this, that hand that is very close to that foot that's grounded touches the knee, and then you rotate your upper body, or your eyes at least, to the opposite side. Inhaling and exhaling. I know you see my microphone, that's okay. Inhale and exhale, making sure that knee is looking up to the sky and not tilted in. Nice. And let's go back to center, coming all the way up, releasing that leg down. Let's go to the other side. So go ahead and first grab that bottom foot, that toe, the ankle. The knee comes almost as if you're going to place it under your armpit, and that foot is stacked on top of the knee. The other leg is wherever it feels good for you. You can even extend it or just let it bend like this. And this is too much, you need support, use that block or that extra pillow. And just stay here for a moment, feeling the back of that thigh, the back of the leg, getting active. Like I told you earlier, flexing the foot really helps with the whole system. Inhale. Exhale. Sending positive vibes to that knee. Let's do one more inhale here. And exhale. Patience with your body. Opening into these new places perhaps. Now from here, go ahead and place that foot on top of that leg. Grab around that thigh and then bring it close to you. Now see, this is the side where I really feel that hip joint talking to me. One side might feel different than the other. So stay here for a moment. Inhaling, exhaling, feeling that knee away from you. You're flexing all of those thigh muscles. And then allow for that whole system to move towards the other side. Remember, you can place that block under your foot if this is too much for you. If you don't have the flexibility of your hips to just allow this come all the way down, and remember that knee needs to go up to the sky, not towards you. So that means that you're really activating those internal muscles of your thigh. Open up the arms to a T and look over to the opposite direction. There's a lot happening here. The bottom leg could be bent, extended, whatever feels right, because you're just letting your bottom part of the body go to one side and your upper part to the other side. Use the hand on top of that knee if you want to go a little bit deeper into this, and use it like a twisting pose. Inhaling, exhaling. Feels good. Nice. And then from here, one more inhale. Exhale. Because the knee joints are a very important part of our bodies, one of the major ones, we move very slowly through our practice today. Now, bring all of this up, back to center. Nice. And then from here, you can either roll up into standing or slowly go to the side and then find your way up. It looks like this. So if you roll up, you're going to meet me onto downward facing dog. But if you went to the side, you're going to look something like this. Place those hands down on the earth. I told you we're not going to be on our fours today, meaning on our knees and palms, but we're going to be on our palms and feet. With your knees bent, I want you to just create some freedom here on your knees and just start going side to side. Doesn't have to look pretty, but keep the hips high and keep the knees bent. Notice I'm on the ball of my feet, just dancing around to one side. Feeling my body here, creating some movement around the knees, and then let's go to the other side. Keep it gentle. Keep it easy. Make sure it feels good. And then bring it back to center. And again, make sure that your knees are soft. From here, we're just going to walk the feet towards the hand. So wherever you can reach those feet, you stop and then slowly bring the hands to meet the feet. The feet are about hip width apart. And then slowly with the knees bent, I'm going to come up very slowly into this. My back is curved. My arms are very heavy. My chin is almost touching my chest. I'm not making a lot of effort here and just going up one vertebra at a time. And then finding my standing pose, Tadasana, mountain pose. I want to become aware of my stand. That's what we're doing right now. So I'm going to place my entire body facing you so you can see something. So my legs are hip width apart. And this is where a lot of things happen when we're in the kitchen or we're doing something. We are not standing the right way. Sometimes we are with our knees in. We don't even notice. We're putting a lot of weight inside of our arch on our foot, or maybe it's on the outside, maybe it's on the back only, or maybe it's on the front. So I want you to become aware right now. Take a look at your feet and see where you are. Become aware of the four corners of your foot grabbing onto the earth, and make sure that your legs are literally under your hips. They are not too wide, they are not too short or too closed in. They're under your hips. Now continue to move up. Once you grab those four corners of the foot and let them really stick to the floor, I like to think of by lifting my toes and spreading them out, it helps me to create our awareness at the bottom of my feet. So do what works for you. If lifting your toes is too much, then don't even go there. But I do like to lift my toes, and that helps me create awareness on my bottom, at the bottom of my feet. Now start bringing that energy upward, bringing the energy. What does that mean? Again, just engaging that flat foot on the bottom. Really firmly place that foot on the earth. Feel that. And then use your mind to start bringing that energy upward. Now, the knees, where are they located? Are they too far to the front, too far to the back, too far? Just find that sweet spot that works for you based on how your body is built. Now, the thighs. Lifting through the thighs. The hips. The tailbone is pointing down. Slightly, you don't want to overdo this. But the inner thighs are active. And then your arms are to the side, your chest is up. And then we're going to grab behind our hands, interlace the fingers behind, rotate the shoulders back, and with our awareness, from the bottom of your feet, through your knees, through your hips, we're going to bend at the waist, and then you'll see that as you're bending and leading with the heart, your knees start to bend a little bit more. Extending the arms behind you, and then allowing for your whole upper body to move downward. Extending the arms up to the sky. Inhaling, exhaling. Nice. From here, we're going to lift using the muscles of your upper legs. Going up. Your core is involved as well. We're going slowly into this. We're creating some stretch on the lower spine. Very important too for our legs. Once again, inhale. As you exhale, bend at the waist. Slow bend on those knees and allowing for the chest to reach on top of the thighs. Elevate the arms only if this is available to you. And then release those fingers. Release the arms all the way down to the floor and grab the elbows. So I'm going to move to the front so you can see I'm still being aware of my knees tracked on top of my ankles. And then just allow the body to slowly move side to side, just rocking. Try not to incorporate your legs into this and really move from your waist. So only the upper body is moving here. The bottom part of the body is stable. Nice. Side to side. Feels good. Bring it back to center. Now from here, slowly we're going to lift. Once again, becoming aware of our legs. Very strong through the knees. And open up through the heart. Grab that block or anything that looks like a block. You can even grab your blanket or your towel that you grab at the beginning of practice. And find a wall if you don't have a wall. It's okay if you have to get off the front of the TV for a moment. It's fine. So go ahead and grab that wall and sit on the back. So get your back onto the wall. We're just creating some strength on those thigh muscles. Again, they are surrounding the knee. Bring that block in between your legs and then find a position, kind of like a seated chair, that feels good for you. We're just going to stay here for 3 breaths. And I want you to really squeeze that block. So emphasizing on those inner thigh muscles. And my head is up against this beautiful picture, but that's okay. So you don't have to go too low. If you notice, I'm like up here. I'm something like this. I'm not at a 90-degree angle, but wherever you are, make sure that your ankles are under your knees and not behind, either under or in front. So if you're looking from a camera up down, your knees should be, like I said, on top of your ankles or behind. Let's hold it here. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale. We're almost done. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And then from here, find yourself up. I did it against the wall. Now we're going to do it up against the floor because it really helps on the wall to create a different kind of awareness on those thigh muscles. So go ahead and find your way onto the floor now. And almost the same thing here. If you want to grab, put that pillow or that blanket to the side because we're going to use it. But now bring the tip of your fingers very close to your heels. Okay. Place that block in between the legs again. And then make sure that your knees are pointing forward. So a lot of people, when they come here, the feet is like to a diagonal and they look something like this. The legs are open. The knees are pointing. And then they go into bridge pose like this. This can create a lot of tension on your knees and therefore pain. So we want to make sure that we're tracking the ankles, the feet, and the knees straight forward. And then from here, we're going to press the feet on the earth. Press it so much that your hips start lifting. And you're engaging through the core. Try not to clench on those glutes and let the legs do the work. Breathe. Squeezing that block with the inner thighs a little bit more. Can you feel your feet press onto the earth? Earth is always there for you, supporting us. Inhaling. So this is not about the glutes. This time it's really about those legs, creating strength around the knee muscles. Inhaling. Exhaling. And slowly release it down. Bring it all the way down. Release that block to the side. And then you can go ahead and grab that roll-up blanket or pillow or towels that you found earlier. Place it under your knees. And by the way, just so you know, this is how I sleep every night, with some sort of pillow under my knees. This creates a lot of relief on my lower back as well. So it's not just for my knees, but it's also for my lower back. And then from here, let's just release the arms to the side body and rest. Sending some love to those knee joints. Positive vibes. Gratitude. Our knees are always helping us. We need to take good care of them. So again, whether you're experiencing knee pain or not, this practice is a must for everyone that actually is able to walk. As that's my belief, because like I said, I don't experience knee pain. I have family members that have experienced knee pain a lot, and but I have become aware lately. As I'm standing, I'm doing all my activities as a mama, as a baker, as a yoga instructor, that knees get compromised a lot. And if we are not aware, if we're not bringing the mindfulness onto them, then we can create some issues in the future. So take your time here and rest. This is your Savasana, by the way, in the end of your practice. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need to. We're going to end our practice here today because it feels so good. So from this place, you can, if you want to finish up and round it up with me, bring the hands into prayer and just bring the hands together to your third eye and then to your heart. And from this place, we connect. I want to thank you so much for this honor, this beautiful opportunity to come into your place and offer you this wonderful practice. I really hope it served you. And if you have any comments, please leave them at the bottom of my video, or like I said, you can reach me out on Instagram. I thank you, and I'll see you again next Saturday, 8:30 a.m. from my heart to yours. Namaste.